All right. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about the Tesla Model 3 and how you can get it for under $30,000 if you so choose to, if you want to purchase it in many different states. We'll roll through all those different states that it could be eligible, or you could get it for under $30,000, including, of course, California, a big one, but we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. And here we talk about, or we stream every single day about how to get the best deal on a Tesla, where to find the best pricing, the best financing, and all the other different intricacies for trying to buy a Tesla. Because buying a Teslas are not cheap cars. They're actually very expensive. And so there's many different ways on how to actually figure out how it can actually make sense to you. So that's kind of what our goal is here, to try and get you in a Tesla at the best possible price. So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide that has all the best interest rates for financing in Tesla. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We've got Juan and Steven. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. But let us get into this. So the first topic we're going to talk about is how to get a Tesla Model 3, a brand new Tesla Model 3 for under $29,000, or really under $30,000. And so in case you miss it, if you don't know what is happening right now, there's a Tesla Model 3 that qualifies for a bunch of different things. Of course, right off the bat, there is a $7,500 federal tax credit, and the income limits for this, you basically have to have a minimum of around $70,000 to $75,000 W-2 income for a maximum of $150,000 single earning income. If you're confused on that, definitely check out some of the videos on the channel. That's really at that threshold, you reap in the full benefit of the $7,500 federal tax credit. And the big thing here is that you don't actually get this line item discount right away. You actually get it later on, maybe even next year when you file for your taxes. There are different vendors or different financing companies like Tenet, which is actually a sponsor of the channel, down below in the description, where you can use Tenet to get a lower monthly payment because they defer that $7,500 tax credit or whatever amount all the way to the end. This then results in a lower monthly payment. And so this could be good for people that are looking to have more cash flow every single month. And there is a strategy here to use Tenet, get the tax credit next year, and then maybe even refinance the whole thing. And so the big thing here is, if you're interested in a Model 3, the first thing is, do not place an order on the website. Do not go to Tesla.com. Do not do any of this on the exact website. First, you need to find a Tesla referral code, like the one down below in the description, because if you click that referral code first and link it to your browser, that way you can get anywhere from 1,500 Tesla credits, or if you're getting a Model S or X, and getting even $1,000 off. But 1,500 Tesla credits results in 500 supercharger miles, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to lose out on that. So definitely check out our referral code down below in the description first. Click that open so it attaches to your browser, and then go to waitingfortesla.com. This is where you're going to find a bunch of different vehicles out there that are inventory vehicles, because right now only the inventory vehicles actually have the extra discount of $2,410 to $2,400, $2,420 discount on top of that. So you can sort this by different locations, and once you find out which vehicle you're interested in buying, you hit the reserve button. It takes you to the Tesla website, and then you can see that it must show that a referral code must be attached or referral applied, and then you will know that you are going to get that extra sweet referral supercharger miles after that. So That is really the first thing. You can go to waitingfortesla.com, or the second thing, waitingfortesla.com. You can see all the different inventory, and you can even sort it down by location or state or wherever you're at. So the first thing is definitely hit a referral code down below in the description, and then go to a Tesla website so you can do that. But here's this tweet that I actually saw pretty interesting. Shout out to James Cat, of course, for posting this. Tesla should put billboards in each of these states that simply says, quote, Tesla Model 3 for under $30,000. Visit Tesla.com. And this is a combination of a variety of things. And maybe they couldn't, but they might not be able to do this billboard very, very quickly, because it seems like some of these inventory discount, some of this other incentives are actually this month only, because right now it is the last month of the sales quarter. And so that's when Tesla gets very aggressive to try and figure out how they can clear this inventory, because there's certainly a lot of Tesla Model 3 inventory that is out there. And so you can see a shout out to Sawyer Mirror. We actually highlighted this tweet a few days ago, but you can see all these different websites, all these different states and places in the United States where if you stack the state incentive plus the EV credit or the federal tax credit plus inventory discounts, you can then land on a Tesla Model 3, a brand new Model 3 that's a standard range version with 200-ish miles for under 20, even some of these states under $27,000. We got Vermont, Maine, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Delaware, New York, California, Colorado, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. I think I messed it up the other time, but anyways, one of these great states that you can live in gets on top of it an extra state incentive. Of course, each of these states might have certain programs. I can tell you the California one actually is anywhere from $2,000 to $7,500, and on top of that, there's local municipality EV tax credits or credits on top of that. And some of these state incentives are a lot more beneficial than the federal tax credit, because these state ones you get it line item discount or a check in hand after you apply for it, like anywhere from 90 to 120 days. That's how the California one works for sure. And I'm pretty sure like the Maryland one, there's a Maryland one that's a $3,000 one as well. That's not on this list. He missed that, because the Maryland one actually just started, and that's also $3,000. So in Maryland, you can get a Model 3 standard range for $27,000. So pretty nice stuff, pretty fancy stuff. So that's the exact steps. Hopefully you follow along, but we'll run through it very, very quickly. The first up is definitely hit a referral code, a Tesla referral code like the one down below in the description. Pop that open first. Then do not go to a Tesla website ordering page. Do not go there. Skip to waitingfortesla.com, sort it by wherever you're located at, and then find an inventory discounted Model 3. After that, you simply click the reserve button, and then that brings you to the Tesla page, which you'll see you'll have a pop-up just like this that says referral code applied, and then you can go ahead and proceed to actually place the order and take advantage of there's like 3 or 4 incentives that have been stacked right now. So it is definitely a great time to get all the incentives on buying a Tesla. So shout out to Sawyer Merritt, shout out to James Cat for even posting this idea, because there are 11 or 12 different states that are available right now where you can buy a Tesla Model 3 for under $30,000 or under an effective $30,000. And if you're looking to take advantage of some of those credits by having a lower monthly payment, that's where Tenet, a channel sponsor and video sponsor of this channel, definitely comes into play. So definitely check out Tenet down below. And on top of that, if you're looking for all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, that's what we talk about on the channel a lot. And that's where this video is actually also sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks out there that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing, lower than Tesla's 5.69%. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs or direct messages in the Patreon app. So definitely check it out. Patreon app down below in the description. All right, if you're just joining in, thank you, welcome. We've got some channel announcements. We got to figure out what is the next giveaway. So we've done 2 giveaways this past month. We gave away an Electron EV charger for your Tesla. And then now there's a current giveaway. If you're interested in free 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla. It could be a Model 3, a Model Y, S, or even X. You, of course, must be willing to travel to Anaheim, California. This is where you can enter into the giveaway for this exact giveaway for 3M ceramic tint, sponsored by OC Tint Solutions. So good luck to everybody on that one. I think we're deciding this giveaway on June 16th, which is I think like a Thursday or Friday. But on top of that, we need to figure out what we're going to give away next. I'm thinking, I don't know. Let me ask what you guys want. What do you guys want me to give away? A CCS to Tesla combination adapter? What should we give away? Maybe give away some floor mats. We've done that in the past. I'm thinking we stick to Tesla accessories, maybe like every other Friday for June, but we got to figure out other giveaways. So let me know what you want. Of course, as you know, I will definitely put the poll out here on the channel as well to figure out what you guys want to do for a giveaway. But in this next topic, Tesla Model 3 inventory is going higher. And so what is going on here? Because there's certainly a lot of different incentives right now. Now there's that $7,500 federal tax credit. There is the inventory discount of $2,400. There is added referral code stuff on top of that. And so what the heck is going on here with the inventory? And does this mean that there could be another incentive coming very, very soon in the Tesla ecosphere? We'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. I don't know if you've noticed when we just went onto this page, waitingfortesla.com is showing 933 brand new Tesla Model 3 standard ranges that are available across the United States. And so that is a good, healthy amount. This number has not changed at all, even though the other day it was announced that the Model 3 now qualifies for the full $7,500 federal tax credit. It is very interesting that happens. And on top of that, there is a Tesla referral that's going on that you can add on, attach it to your account, and then also get 500 free supercharger miles on top of that. But taking a look at mattjung.net's chart, the inventory is starting to go higher and higher and higher. You can see as of yesterday, there was almost 951 inventory Model 3s available for sale. And I will suspect, this is definitely taking a snapshot every single day, according to Matt Jung, for all the different inventory. And Model 3 probably is going to keep staying higher and higher. And so my prediction, Tesla does like to make pricing changes on Thursdays for some reason. And if believe it or not, June 15th is also a Thursday. And on top of that, the pricing of the Model 3, it could go essentially lower, at least like whatever the range of Tesla actually has been. So you can see, taking a look at this price history tracker chart, the Model 3 standard range actually has been as low as $36,990. So potentially we could see another $700, $800 more discount, and also potentially we could see maybe free supercharging added onto these, because they're doing it right now on the Model S and X. And also I think that maybe there also could be more interest financing APR promotions on top of that. But I put a poll out there earlier today and I asked, do you think another discount or incentive is coming for the Model 3? And an overwhelming 52% said yup. 25% said maybe another $1,000 or free supercharging. 16% said no way. And so that's where it's coming out to. So my prediction, I'm putting my stamp on it. June 15th, we're going to see some sort of extra carrot. So if you're waiting on the sidelines, definitely feel free to use our referral code down below in the description, and also try and time it June 15th, maybe even June 20th, just to see what actually happens out there. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, welcome in everyone. Juan, thanks for coming in and being a supporter. I got you down here, and thanks for being a Patreon supporter. Gerald, thanks for coming in. Azan Shutta, welcome back. Gerald, Rodrigo, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we will definitely get to all the live stream comments, because that's the benefit, right? You can come in here and ask anything you want, and then we will certainly get to it at a certain point. But we've got a couple different topics that are kind of interesting. In this next topic, Chevy seems to be feeling the heat because they are now offering free in-home charger installs, of course, with purchase of their vehicle. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. So I follow and I go to slickdeals.net because you know me, I like getting good deals on everything. I try and make sure essentially some sort of research before I purchase any sort of thing to see if it's the lowest price or not. And so you can see right here, Slick Deals, which is a forum for all different deals. You can see they posted this earlier today. 2023 Chevy Bolt EV 1LT, $7,500 federal tax credit as long as you qualify as an individual, and in-home charger install. And so that's kind of interesting to me because in-home charger could really be a variety of different prices. It could be as cheap as, I want to say 500 to 800, all the way up to like 2,500, even more, depending on what you actually need to get done or the distance for you actually need to done. But you can see right here, home charging outlet. Okay, outlet, not the unit. Install is on us. They'll cover the level 2 240 volt charging outlet for eligible customers with purchase of a 2020 or lease of a 2023 Chevy Bolt EV. So that is actually pretty nice. I kind of like that idea. I mean, because that probably is one of the hurdles for people buying an electric vehicle. They don't want to mess with any sort of charging install. And so that is a very nice benefit on top of that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I don't know if this would change my thought on getting a Bolt at the end of the day, but that could be anywhere from like a $1,000 to $2,000 benefit at the end of the day, which is pretty nice for sure. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description is the Patreon link which support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, let's see. We got two more topics, but I'll do one more topic and then I'll jump into the live stream questions so you can ask or I can answer anything you guys want to ask. But in this next topic, the Model 3 Highland is coming out and a design for it, a reimagined design has actually been released and it looks actually pretty fantastic. So if this is spot on, it's definitely going to take, quote, the mass market by storm, but we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely check it out if you are interested, right? Definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, but let us take a look at this. Shout out to Cybertruck420 or Dominic on Twitter. Model 3 Highland, quote, Tesla's next big step into conquering the mass market in a storm, coming soon. And look at some of these pictures, definitely very Roadster-esque inspired. You can see we've got Model Y wheels right here, flush door handles. It's right-hand drive, I guess, for some reason, but definitely a very, very sleek and very nice. This kind of looks like a greenish to me, maybe not as black, but then we got the blue as well, but very slim, very sleek. The slim headlights on top of that. I can see this being exactly or very close to what will actually come out. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Do you like the look of it? Do you like how this could potentially be it? And also, when do you actually think the Model 3 Highland could come out? Here is another one that looks very, very, very similar to that one. You can see they're all being inspired by the Roadster inspiration because of that leaked Highland picture that came out not too long ago. But we can see new 2023 Model 3 facelift. You can see it's very the same, but this has like a Model S rims on top of it, and you can see it is very, very slim and sleek. But I mean, this is potentially why Tesla has put the clearance button on all Model 3s right now, because they are trying to clear out inventory. They're high inventory for that case. You can see here's an inventory chart from Matt Young, 951 vehicles posted on the websites for sale. And so they are basically trying to clear out inventory because they know if these vehicles come into stock and they've got old stock in place, then it is going to be a tough time and no one is really going to want to buy the old technology or old Model 3 at that point. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description is a Patreon link where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out if you're interested. And if you're just joining in, welcome. There are plenty of states, many states right now that where you can buy a Tesla Model 3 for under $30,000. So there is a fantastic moment right now because this stacks with all the different federal, it's 7,500 federal incentives. And on top of that, there is a inventory discount of $2,420. And these states, you got to do a little bit of homework because these states, as shown right here, there are usually state incentives that gives you some sort of more incentive on top of that to buy an electric vehicle. Like California, for instance, has the CVRP program, Clean Vehicle Rebate Program, and that literally gets you a check in hand after purchase within 90 to 120 days after that. And so there are plenty of states right now where you can buy a brand new Tesla Model 3 for under $30,000, which if you want to look at a low monthly payment combined with that, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come down below in the description if you want to check it out. Well, that's where Tenet comes in handy down below in the description if you want to check it out. And on top of that, if you are interested in getting free 500 supercharger miles with your Tesla, definitely check out our Tesla referral code down below in the description as well. You got to click open the link first and then go to a Tesla inventory site or inventory tool like waitingfortesla.com where you can click reserve on one of the vehicles and you should be able to get this message to pop up first, which then will assign a referral link to your order, and then you can go ahead and place the deposit to reserve it so that you can insure and get your Tesla 1,500 Tesla credits, which then translates to 500 supercharger miles. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let's jump into the live stream comments. Juan, welcome in. Thanks for being a Patreon member. Welcome back. Gerald, lease out finance. What will be cheaper? It really depends on your situation. Azan, is leasing a bad deal? I think it is. I heard it is a very bad deal. Model 3 at least. It depends on what your goal is. If you don't keep cars very, very long, if you're looking to just get into a vehicle now and you need a vehicle now, then you could consider leasing a Tesla, maybe a Tesla Model 3 for a short term. But right now, it's just kind of weird. Like the lease calculator, the lease payment is just not on the money at all. And I think it's because they have a high interest rate for the lease payment, which they're also not showing here. And you can do much better by financing through credit unions, like where you can get access to the full list at our Patreon link down below in the description. And so that you can do much better, or even using Tenet, because Tenet allows you to defer a portion of the loan, maybe even that 7,500 federal tax credit, so that you can get a low monthly payment as well. So definitely shout out to Tenet for the link down below and sponsoring this video and a bunch of videos this month. But that leasing, it's tough. Leasing is tough. I wouldn't necessarily stick to that at all. Do you mean Model 2 for under 30K? I mean, maybe in the future, maybe in a couple of years, but right now, Model 3, there's plenty of states. If you stack all the incentives that Tesla has right now, you can get it for an effective price under $30,000, which not bad. I mean, not bad away. Azan, give away a Tesla? Yeah, I've actually have an idea for that, which might be a good one maybe this month. Gerald, this is pre-recorded? No, we actually go on live every single day at 5:30-ish p.m. Rodrigo, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Teslas are pretty cheap right now thanks to the federal and tax rebate. 100%. If you stack all of them up, if you use all the programs, I mean, it's a little bit of paperwork, but you can stack all these programs all the way up, and that you can get a low price or even low payment for a Tesla. These are my discounts at the moment: 7,500 tax rate, 3,500 state, and a 3,500 at my job. I can potentially get a Model 3 for 23,330. Wow, Juan, that is definitely very nice. I've never heard of a job doing that, but that's a nice gig. I would love to hear more about which job that actually is that could give $3,500 for buying an electric vehicle. That is very, very, very nice price at the end of the day. Alex, do you get the tax credit if you lease a Model Y? Unfortunately, if you lease any Tesla actually takes in the tax credit. They get the tax credit and they choose to pass it to you or not. And at the moment, right now, it does not seem like they are passing it to their customers. There has been times where they do pass it to the customer in terms of residual or interest rate, lower interest rates. But right now, they are not giving it to customers at all in any sort of way. So that's why it's really hard for me to recommend leasing, because you can go through so many different angles to get a low monthly payment if you're going for that. That's where Tenet comes into into play. Thank you to Tenet for sponsoring. That's where different credit unions where you can go even a longer term. I'm talking 88 to 96 months. If you're interested in getting that list, down below in the description of the Patreon, you can get access to my full list of credit unions and banks that all have lower rates and or all lower rates than Tesla financing. Or if you're looking for a longer term, I have some of those as well. I'm talking like 88, 96 months, which of course isn't necessarily recommended, but I get it. If you're looking for a low monthly payment, you got to do what you got to do, because buying a Tesla, it's expensive at the end. And that's what we do here. That's why we go on every single day to talk about how the different strategies and ways to get a low monthly payment and buying a Tesla at a low cost. And so that's where this next topic comes into play, because Tesla Model 3, the cost to own of a Tesla Model 3 is nearly the cheapest in America, which is a fantastic thing to tell. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can go ahead and support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Paul Foss, also a Patreon member and viewer of the channel, and always tagging me on Twitter, so I love it. But he just wrote an article from Clean Technica, and the headline is very, very nice. You can see it's Tesla Model 3 life cycle cost nearly matches the cheapest car in America. And we've known this. If you are a Tesla owner, we've owned 4 Teslas so far: a Tesla Model 3, a Model Y, S, and now X. So we've definitely gone through a bunch. And also this $7,500 tax rate. I'm not a CP, I'm not an accountant, but I have taken advantage of it multiple times. So I think I understand a little bit, or at least I've used it multiple times and know how it works. But once you add all these different things, when you add inventory discounts, plus the federal tax credit, plus a state incentive, even if you don't add a state incentive, the Tesla Model 3 life cycle, the cost of ownership can really be a low cost at the end of the day. So in this article from Paul, you can see he has quoted a bunch of different things, but he took the cheapest vehicle in the United States right now, which is a Mitsubishi Mirage, and added up all the different costs. We're talking about like insurance, maintenance, repairs, financing, depreciation, which is a big one, fuel, and a bunch of other things, and compared it to the Tesla Model 3. Of course, the Model 3, less maintenance. You don't have to do any oil changes or brake changes, because brakes have regenerative braking, so you don't have to use that as much. Maintenance is much, much lower. Insurance could be higher. You don't spend on gas, but depreciation, because Teslas are in so much demand, maybe not even now, but because the new one is so cheap as currently, but because Teslas are in pretty much good demand, the depreciation cost is very, very good. You don't lose as much money at the end of the day. But even in some states where you can buy an effective Model 3 for what, $26,000, $27,000, $28,000, really got to think like that Model 3 is never necessarily going to lose that much money under that. I mean, there's still 2018, 2017 old Tesla Model 3s that are still selling for $24,000 to $25,000. And so you're really not going to lose too much money if you buy a Model 3 at these type of prices and stacking all the different incentives. But shout out to Paul. He actually came to the conclusion that the Model 3, with all these different things factored in, is very, very comparable, actually within $1,000 difference of a cheapest vehicle in the United States, which is the 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage. And I feel like if I asked a bunch of you out there, would you rather drive a Tesla Model 3 or a Mitsubishi Mirage? I'm pretty sure 99, well, maybe we'll call it 80% will probably pick a Tesla Model 3 at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested in getting the access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. Some of them are even better, all of them are better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out if you are interested. But if you're just joining in, welcome. I want to put this poll out there. Would you rather, which would you rather drive? Model 3, Mitsubishi Mirage. Let's see what the actual polls are, because I was saying like 80 and 90%, but we'll see what you actually were thinking. But if you're confused on why we're doing that poll, because shout out to Paul Foss, he wrote this article with Clean Technica that the Tesla Model 3 life cycle cost, or the cost to own ownership, is cheaper than, or sorry, as almost as cheap as a Mitsubishi Mirage, which the Mitsubishi Mirage is the lowest priced vehicle in the United States, brand new at the moment. I mean, call it for whatever it is that's designed at it. But if you're just joining in, welcome. I know the title and thumbnail says buy a Tesla Model 3 for under $30,000, and this is how you can actually do it. There's plenty of incentives right now. We've got the Model 3 inventory discounts that you have 2,000 plus off of it. You've got the 7,500 federal tax credit that the Model 3 now qualifies for in full, which most of you qualify as long as you make enough income. And on top of that, there's free supercharging miles if you use a Tesla referral code like the one down below in the description. You got to click it open first. Click it open first now, then go to a Tesla inventory site. It should say referral applied, and then you can go ahead and purchase the vehicle after that. Because once you do that, once you take delivery, you'll get to take advantage of the 500 or the 1,500 Tesla credits, which then translate into 500 supercharging credits at the end, which is pretty nice. And on top of that, if you are just joining in, a couple of channel announcements. We are doing a giveaway for free 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla. Of course, you must be willing to travel to OC Tint Solutions. But Jason, the owner, and us, we're giving away free 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla. It could be a Tesla Model 3, Model Y, S, or X. But if you go to our community page on the channel, this is the post where you can go ahead and click this video, and then that will give you the instructions on how to order. One winner will be chosen on June 16th from this, and also we're also doing another giveaway on our Instagram, so if you can find that, there's another one there where you can enter in as well. Same structure ish, and also be chosen on June 16th as well. Let's see what the poll is. 83%, 17% said you'd actually drive the Mirage. Nice, I like it. Jackson, what are your thoughts on buying a Tesla in 2024 after the tax credit becomes a rebate during the purchase? Still a good time to buy one then? Jackson, great question. We actually talked about that yesterday. If you go to the channel and go to this video right here, I would strongly recommend watching this one because that talks about the 7,500 tax credit and my thoughts on 2024 changes, because it could change for the worst. And so that could be the case for why you would want to buy now. Also, any speculation on interest rates in 2024, if they will drop? I would say at this point, they're just going to keep going up and up. Banks want to protect themselves. A lot of banks are getting hurt very recently. And also a lot of banks are pulling out of auto lending. So it's probably going to keep going higher and higher and higher at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Thanks for watching. In fact, thanks for joining in. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for hitting the like button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.